Good morning, my succulent peons. And today we have a special guest, as you may have immediately seen. Who is this beautiful lady?
I'm your sister.
Oh, wow. Okay, so today's topic, our vacation in Italy. It has been chef's kiss. So why don't you start us off by giving a brief summary of our vacation?
It was pretty fun. First, we had a layover in London because the flight to Italy is very long, and airfare is currently pretty crazy expensive, so it was just cheaper and easier to have a layover in London, stay there overnight. But that did not happen because our flight got delayed by like 5 hours. Nine. So that did not happen, and we arrived there. We were supposed to get there at night and then sleep, and then we would have this tour in London, and then after that tour we would leave for Italy. But we actually got there the morning of the tour and basically ate breakfast at the hotel, hung out in our hotel rooms for like a little bit, and then left. So that was not very fun. But then after that, everything was pretty smooth sailing.
Yep, then we got and hopped on an airplane and went over to Italy.
Yep.
We landed in Naples, right?
Yes.
Right. We saw a castle. There was a big old castle.
Yes. Now I remember.
All right.
We got pizza.
Oh yes, right. And it was almost the best thing I've had. It was just a random pizza place, nothing special, and it was the second best thing I've had on this trip.
Yeah. And then we arrived in Sorrento,
which is where we are currently. It's our last night in Sorrento, and tomorrow we're headed out to Rome. What happens in Sorrento?
I don't know, they grow lemons, I guess.
Well, what did we do in Sorrento?
I don't know, today we went to the beach, so that was very fun, but it was super hot. It's very hot in Italy currently. There's like a heat wave, and there are a ton of like heat warnings. It was 91 degrees, but it felt like 101. And tomorrow it's supposed to feel like 109.
Yes. So looking forward to that.
Yes, but we did a lot of fun things. We just mostly roamed around the city.
Hey!
We did a food tour though, so that was really fun, where we went to a bunch of different locations, and we tried wine and all that.
The food tour was one of my highlights. I'll explain that a little more in depth later in the video.
Yeah, but what else did we do?
We went to Pompeii.
We did do that, yes. For me, it was pretty cool, but it was super duper hot, and I was like absolutely dying. And also, like, I don't know, it was a little underwhelming for me personally.
Yeah,
I guess personally I would just prefer to learn about it from the comfort of my own home. Don't get me wrong, it was amazing to see. But people were just like, so the main thing about Pompeii that people are like crazy about and are like, oh, this is so cool, is how the people that were in Pompeii at the time that Mount Vesuvius erupted were basically like frozen in time. It was so hot that they just kind of like froze there, and were covered in all the ash and all the dirt and stuff. And so that the archaeologists were able to make casts of the people and their bodies, so we could see how they looked like when they were dying, which is kind of weird.
Morbid, but very cool.
And so they had 3 like casts of bodies on display, and obviously the bones are in there, but they're it's like a
plaster.
Yeah, plaster kind of thing, or stone. I don't know what it is.
Something like that.
Yeah. But the bones are in there, and then they were in these glass boxes, obviously to protect them, because they are outside in Pompeii. And everybody was taking photos, and I was just like, why take photos?
Yeah.
Like, personally, I'm like, you can see photos of it online.
Yes.
And there were just so many people crowded around it. I was like, guys, why don't we just look at it and then appreciate it for what it is?
Yes.
And look at photos later.
Right.
So, I don't know. But, yeah, they have a lot more, like, casted bodies in the museum, they said. But we did not go to the museum.
Right.
Because we were absolutely dying.
Personally, I didn't have very high expectations for Pompeii, so my expectations weren't really let down. But, you know, my family members, a lot of them said that their expectations were let down.
Yeah, I don't know. I think also the tour guide we had wasn't the best.
Agree. And it was a public, or not public, but it was a group tour, you know, there was like 20 people, so that made the experience a little less personal.
Yeah, so, like when we were in Greece and we went to the Acropolis, like I feel like our tour guide there was just much better at like telling the stories behind
Indeed.
the architecture and the history. So, but yeah, it was very pretty though, and it was interesting to see how society was very similar to how society is today, but it was just thousands of years ago.
Right.
So that was very interesting because like they had like different stores, they had like fish stores, like, I don't know. To me that was just pretty cool.
We explored around Sorrento a little bit, and then on that same day we had like a 5-hour dinner, and we've been drinking a little bit of alcohol because we're legal here, definitely.
Well, okay, in Italy, there's nothing wrong with like having alcohol if you're a minor. In Europe, there's less like drinking to get drunk.
Right.
It's more drinking to enjoy the drink itself. And especially with wine, which is something Italy is very known for, you drink the wine with the food because of the flavors.
I don't know about you, but the American in me is showing, and like I'm having like these impulsive thoughts to just like chug down like a thing and like get absolutely wasted.
No.
Like I know I'd never do that, but like
I don't know. It's fun though. It's alcohol.
And then yesterday, I believe, was Capri, the island.
Capri was awesome. Personally, I loved it. They had like Prada stores and like all these high-end luxury stores because in the 50s, Hollywood stars would vacation to Capri, but it's super expensive as well. Same in Positano, just it being super expensive. Positano is like such a small town. It's like 2,000 people.
Yeah.
No, I think it's like 3,000. Like locals.
Right.
Like the people that actually live in the town. But a lot of people go there because it's like a cute little town and you can get cute Instagram photos there. So for me, I don't know, that bothers me a little bit, but it's super expensive in Positano. They kind of rely on their tourism.
Right.
But yeah, so I got this dress in Positano, and that was kind of my souvenir for the trip. The store, they hand make all the dresses and it's ethically sourced and all that, so.
I have a hat now.
I also got a hat. Because the sun is hot and my scalp was burning.
When in Rome, drink some tea or something. I don't know how the expression goes.
No, the expression is just when in Rome.
Right, which I've never got that. Like, what? When in Rome, what?
Just do whatever you want is what it means.
Alright, okay. So we're going to Rome. I don't know what order we're doing any of this in.
I know we're going to see like the Vatican and stuff, which I'm nervous about because I really don't have any appropriate clothes to see the Vatican in. Because I think it's, for girls, your knees have to be covered and your shoulders. So I think I'm gonna wear that dress I got in Positano. because that's the closest thing that covers my knees and my shoulders.
Or you could just wear my sweater.
No, oh my god, it's supposed to be like 109 degrees outside. There's no way I'm wearing a sweater.
Alright, are we doing that tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I think like the day after or something.
Alright.
But most importantly, we're seeing Måneskin. I'm so excited for that.
Yes, they're the guys that do begging if we don't know. If you don't know. We know.
Yeah,
You maybe don't know.
we're really big fans. This will be our third time seeing them.
Yes.
So we've only seen them in America, so we're very interested to see them in
And
Italy.
specifically one part of America, the United States of America.
Exactly.
Alright, we're also seeing the necropolis. Isn't it like the crypts of St. Peter? Yeah, so we're seeing the necropolis of something. I
What's
don't
a
know what.
necropolis?
It's a place where dead people are.
Oh, it's like the catacombs of France,
Yeah.
but Italian. Got it.
And so this is a little less popular, so we're gonna have like a lot more space. There's gonna be
Okay,
less
I'm
tourists there.
excited for that.
Yes, that will be a nice break from the norm. Like, okay, the street that we're on, like that leads to our hotel, is like super tiny. Like all the streets in Rome are super tiny.
Yes.
Nobody obeys traffic laws. It's all free for all, which is like different cultures, different stuff, whatever.
Driving in Europe is scary, though. Just being in a car in Europe is scary. It's very different than how people drive in the United States. Like in the United States, there's a lot of laws and like regulations, and you have to follow all these laws. In Europe, it is a free for all. It is like you go when you go. Most people don't use their turn signals, and also like everybody in Italy like has a Vespa or like a motorcycle. And they will drive like right next to you and go so close. They will like almost run you over.
But they know what they're doing. They won't.
Yes, but it definitely it feels scary.
Yes. So this street that we're on, it's absolutely jam-packed. Like every time we have to go in and out, it's like wall-to-wall people.
Yes, and there are just like so many dumb people that just stop in the middle of the street.
Yes. Oh.
So like we have traveled a lot, and also I feel like if you've just like been in a high school or like middle school,
Yeah.
you'd probably know not to like stop in the middle of the hallway.
But people do it everywhere. Is there no place in the world that is free from people stopping in the middle of a place where you travel?
Yeah, I don't know. To me, that is like very annoying, and it's like, what are you doing? Just move to the side a little.
Alright, and then the final leg of our tour, we're going to Venice, and we're flying out, going back home, sweet home, Alabama. You wanna get packing for Rome?
Yes, we do have to pack.
Yes.
I don't want to wear my gym shoes tomorrow.
Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Alright, everybody say bye to in the comments.
Au revoir.
Arrivederci.
What's that?
That's Italian. It's bye. It's the formal version for bye.
Ciao.
Alright.
I love Lana Del Rey. Listen to her music, please.